In this video, we're looking at solving systems of nonlinear equations, and in this example, I'm going to use the elimination method. And the way I'm going to do this is just like we did it for the linear systems of equations. We're basically going to look at the variable we want to eliminate and think about what we could do to make the equation have a coefficient in front of the variable we wish to eliminate that's opposite of the other equation. So in our example here, I think I'm going to multiply the top equation by -9. So I'm going to do -9 times equation 1, which is x squared plus 4y squared is equal to 5. And then I think I want to add to that the equation 2, which we know is 9x squared minus y squared is equal to 8. All right, so if I do that, that's going to lead to -9x squared minus 36y squared is equal to -45. And then I'll have underneath that 9x squared minus y squared is equal to 8. If I combine these equations, those terms will cancel out, leaving me -37y squared is equal to -37. Okay, so with this result, I can take this equation then and solve it for y squared. So I can say -37y squared is equal to -37, and then divide both sides by -37. Giving me that y squared is equal to +1, and then I can solve that by saying y must be equal to plus or minus the square root of 1, or in other words, plus or minus 1. Alright, so once I have solutions for y, I can then use those solutions to find answers for x squared. So let's go back to our first equation here, and let's think about what happens when y is equal to 1. Well, when y is equal to 1, our first equation becomes x squared plus 4 times 1 is equal to 5, right? Because 1 squared is 1, so when I plug 1 into y squared, I just get 1. All right, and from there, that'll certainly lead to the idea that x squared plus 4 is equal to 5, therefore x squared is equal to +1, right? Because 4 subtracted on both sides will end up leaving you with 1. And then, of course, if x squared is equal to 1, it means that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1, which of course means that x is equal to plus or minus 1. Now, if I were to plug -1 in for y, I get the exact same answer for x squared here. And the reason why is, of course, because y squared means you'll be squaring that -1 value, so it'll end up being the same answer. So, okay, so if you put our answers together, basically we're showing that what? Whenever y is equal to 1, x is going to be equal to plus or minus 1, but that's also true if y is equal to -1, x is equal to plus or minus 1. So we actually end up having then the following solutions. When x is 1, y is 1. When x is -1, y is 1. Down here, we can pair them up by saying when x is 1, y is -1. And when x is -1, y is -1. So it looks like at all 4 places, we have a solution to the system.